people? You are watching the Homeless Empire. And once again, this is your host, the lyrical genius, Black Titanium. Hold up. I'm gonna have to move over here because them little crackers and they house niggas, they when they hear the nigga talking, they try to, put the noise factor. Alright, so because the what they did, the problem was that now that they lowered black artists' self-esteem, what's happening now is that artists are actually selling it. They might be selling their CDs for $1 now, and it's really to the point where they forcing artists to actually give their stuff away for free. I see artists on the internet, on the streets. They reduce their self-esteem so low that they be like, "Here, man, I'm gonna give it to you for free, but make me a promise. Can you please listen to it?" And this is the game that they play on black artists' mind. And this is what culture vultures do to steal your stuff. And now, as a result, they are on the run with a stolen legacy. Because they never really did like hip-hop being part of the industry anyway. Because they never liked the fact that young black men was able to make millions of dollars off their genius. So what they do, they actually play the mind game with you and tell you, "Oh, yo, I don't think that's hot enough, man. You got to go back to the lab and do that all over." But you know what? The ironic part about it is that black people helped them because black people became lazy. Let's assess the situation here. The biggest consumers in the industry, in the music industry, are white people and women. Okay? So this is how hip-hop got killed. Because due to the fact that women and white people are the biggest consumers, white people don't want to hear nothing that you got to say bad about them. So they want to hear some happy party shit all the time. So if you ain't making that, they ain't gonna support it unless your people are supporting it. And women, they want to hear some shit where you stroking their ego, begging for pussy. And if you're not doing that, they're not gonna support you. So how black people killed the industry, they actually fell into the trap of buying. They started out for them falling into the trap of buying bootleg CDs. That's how they started with the black market. They forced it. A lot of cats couldn't get a job. Black people couldn't get a job. So what they did, they took CDs and they started selling them for $1, $2 with 30 songs on it. The black market. But they were actually selling people's music, artists' music from the industry, killing the artists. So when they started doing this killed the black artists. This killed the black artists, period. Because white people are not going to support your genius. Because if your people are not supporting your genius, they don't want to hear it anyway. They don't want you to make no money anyway, because you're dealing with racism when you're dealing with them. And women are not going to support you because they're jealous creatures. And if you're not stroking their ego and you're not begging for pussy, they don't want to hear it. Everybody want instant gratification. They want to hear some happy dance, lucky go music shit. So this is what the industry became. Because of the fact that, take for example, you gotta if black men and black youth were to wake up today, right, and say, "Yo, this one artist right here, he's dropping a message," and all black people say, "We're gonna support this dude or this girl, or whatever. If it's a militant message and it's a message about positivity, we're gonna support this and we're gonna buy this." And that artist happened to go platinum. Don't you know that everybody in the industry will be doing the same thing? The power is always in the hands of the people. It's just the solution is simple. Hip hop is never dead. It's just that black people refuse to support something that they invented, and they actually giving it away for free. And this is what other cultures do to us all the time. This is what they do to us all the time. But in return, God never goes let injustice go untouched. So in return, as a result, the industry is starting to die out. They didn't think that, white people never think that shit is going to backfire on them. So because what happened is that they started giving out free downloads. They started, the internet came up with the matrix, and they found out ways to get the music free. So by them selling the black artists out and selling their shit for free, now the whole industry has to give their shit away for free. And all the geniuses, guess what? They are left out in the cold. Yeah. And we do this all the time, and the solution is so simple, and it's right in front of our eyes. Everybody always talking about hip hop is dead. Why they even playing the real shit? They're not playing the real shit on the radio, and they're not playing the real shit because you refuse to support it. You hear a lot of people, black people stick out their chest dignified and say, oh man, they need to bring this back. But these niggas won't spend a dime on a real artist. They'll go out and buy some, Gotti's, Yachty's shit, and just on some happy-go-lucky shit. Niggas that ain't saying nothing got you wearing tight pants with your ass hanging out. Real talk. And this is what this is part of promoting the gay agenda. It all connects. All this, none of this is random. Because every time they pay one of those artists $1 million to promote his shit, guess what? He's sending hundreds of thousands of black youth to prison. And this was the plan. This is why you got people like Michael Jordan who invested in private prisons. Yeah, you niggas is paying $300 for this nigga's shoes, and he invested in private prisons to see you niggas go to jail. Real talk. I mean, the solution is easy for you to bring back hip hop. All you got to do is start supporting your geniuses. They got plenty of black men out here that are straight geniuses that can't get signed, that can't even sell their music because you got walking dead ass niggas that won't support it. Real talk. But you hear them every time they in your face, they'll be like, yo man, that shit is whack. These niggas ain't playing the real shit on the radio, man. They ain't playing this. They not playing that. But don't worry, because karma is universal law, and absolutely nobody gets around it. See, what the industry don't realize is that you cannot do a people unjust. Because back in the day, when they were signing artists, when they started signing artists, they were signing artists, people like Big Daddy Kane and Rakim and Big Daddy Kane and all of them, they was getting, what type of contracts they was getting? $20,000 contracts, and they would probably let them keep some of the clothes from the video. This is how they was bleeding the artists dry. So because of the fact that we came a long way from that, to the point where the industry became a billion dollar industry. Rakim was the first one who made who had $1 million contract from EMI. But ever since, all those artists back then was dropping, even when they was talking about frivolous stuff, it had a message to it. Now you can't even get an artist to write about something like that because they know it's not gonna get supported. But like I said, the solution is simple. The solution is very simple. All you have to do is support your artists. That's the geniuses that you know that we are geniuses by nature. We got many gifts and talents within ourselves. So, and not, it ain't just the fact that we should support it. We gotta support it because of the fact that this, all this frivolous rap stuff is part of the agenda to send our black youth to prison. So this is bigger than hip hop because our black, because off of this rap music, the black youth are dying by the thousands, by the millions. Before they go out to kill each other, they listen to that frivolous rap stuff. You know what I'm saying? So basically, this is why Baphomet is running the industry right now. And you got to understand that none of this was random. All of this was planned out. All this shit was planned out. See, but because of the fact that when they brought the digital world, when they brought the world from analog to digital, people's mind became lazy. Everybody be able to get free music at the touch of a button. See, but like I said, it's bigger than hip hop. The power is in the hands of the people. Anytime you want something done, all you have to do is spend your money on it. And when the hip hop becomes by popular demand, when them white people see that hip hop is by popular demand again, they will come knocking on those artists' doors, and that's the type of music they will have to put out. That's the type of music that they will have to put out once again. See, but right now, they're killing the minds of the youth. They dumbing us down with all this old lollipop rap shit that don't mean nothing. But like I said, you have to support your black artists. When you see that, you hear something that's an artist that's a genius. I mean, you got people who do support real artists like myself, the lyrical genius Black Titanium. By the way, you can hear my stuff at www.reverbnation, reverb, REVERB nation.com/Blizzard in the Storm, BLIZZARD in the storm, all together, one word. Okay? But like I was back to the essence of what I was saying. One thing you got to understand is that they can't kill us without killing themselves. But a lot of the times we participate in killing ourselves with self-destructive mentalities. We got to get rid of that self-destructive, self-hatred ass mentality and support our people, man. Whether it be on whatever scenario it be on. Because you got too many black people that are dealing with self-hatred and they can't stand to see another black man have anything. Because you know why? When you're dealing with self-hatred, when a person is dealing with self-hatred, when he sees something else that look like him, with this skin color that look like him, who has better strengths and better qualities, they lash out because your positive reminds them of their negatives. So it's so hard, it becomes so hard for them to even support you. That jealous feeling is like embedded in their hearts. It becomes part of their DNA after a while of practicing those bad habits. It becomes part of their DNA. Real talk. A lot of this shit is bigger than hip hop. This is why I brought up the subject matter. Because a lot of that shit is bigger. It all connects. None of this shit is random. I'm not trying to get you to support it because I want you to support me. It's because I see our young black youth out here dropping like flies. They are being dumbed down to do nothing. And their self-esteem is being lowered into the gutter. And this is why you see some people walk around on ego trips because they have to. A lot of black men have to have egos bigger than life. Because they have to fight through their own people. By the time they have to get to the fighting through their own people, they got to get to the real fight. They're exhausted. They're drained. This is why you see so many black artists getting bad contracts. Bad record contracts. Because they got to fight through their own people to get to the real fight. When you see white people in rock and roll and all that shit, they don't make them go through that. When they got a talent and they are gifted, they sign them. They sign them. Whenever you see a white artist out here, they get instant support when they see them. Real talk. And that's what we have to start doing. We got to stop making artists go through pain that is unnecessary. You see an artist that's gifted in talent, give that man his props. Give that woman her props. Because that's their blood, sweat, and tears that they drop into you, man. And music was created to calm the savage beast, to soothe the soul. This is something that we invented. Why give it away? Why let them be on the run with another stolen legacy? Real talk, they already stole our history. A bunch of you niggas don't even know who you are. Real talk. This is why a lot of us are trapped in the realm of self-hatred. Because every time we see somebody with something, a black man or a black woman, it gives us, because white people are automatically jealous of us because we are a melanated people. And they know that we're geniuses. They know our history better than a lot of y'all know our history. And they keep their foot on our necks because they don't ever want us to rise like that again. But the ironic part about it is that we're the only people in the history of life that participate in our own destruction. So with that being said, I don't mean to derail this the subject matter and go off to another subject matter, but we have to think about this because all of this is connected. Life is based on mathematics, and every move is a calculated step. This is chess, not checkers. That's what you have to understand. Every move is a calculated step, and if you can't unite with your own people collectively, then you're lost forever. You lose coming out the gate. Real talk. This is why I brought up the subject matter. Because I see a lot of artists that are geniuses in what they do, including myself. And they can't get no support from their people. Because these niggas are so jealous and envious that they would rather sign that nigga that's in their little blood clique or their little crip clique and let them niggas rise. And them niggas have no talent. They don't have a creative bone in their bodies. But because of the fact that they in the gang, guess what? They get to enter the industry, and that's what fucked up the industry too. We're gonna speak about that. We're gonna give this. I'm gonna give you this shit raw and uncut. Real talk. A lot of these niggas are in the industry because they gang members. They don't have no talent. They brought these niggas in there because so they could promote their gang. Real talk. A lot of niggas have become lazy in the mind. They can't think no more. They let everybody use their brains for them. But like I said, back to the essence of the conversation, the solution is simple. Because power is in the hands of the people when it comes to hip-hop and when it comes to everything else in life. You can't just let somebody, you can't just let me tell you something. One of the biggest symptoms of self-hatred is when the people hate themselves, they will reach out to every other culture to be accepted on the social status to the point where they'll fuck over their own people. And this is what you see in black people every day. This is why they don't like to see you rise. Anytime they see you with something new on, they get jealous. Anytime they see you pull a little money out your pocket, they get jealous. Anytime they see you with anything, especially the black woman, she can't fathom the black man having anything. Because now we're in the age, in the day and time where we're living under the stereotype that the black woman has to take care of the black man. And for her to liberate her womanhood, she want to keep it that way. But that's a whole nother video, man. You can watch that one when you come to this channel. That's here too. I'm talking about that. But like I said, man, I'm not here to ridicule nobody. This is positive criticism, man. This is something that try to get you to unite as a collective. Too many of our people are gifted with beyond your wildest imagination. and they are being forced to quit what they're doing and see their little bullshit 9 to 5 as a security blanket, and they relinquish their dreams because won't nobody support it. Real talk, because won't nobody support it. So this is why you see all these niggas out here giving their shit away for free. They started out giving it away for $10. They started, and then they went down to 7. Then they went down to 5. Then they went down to 3. Now then they went down to $1. Now they're giving it away for free. And if now we living in a day and age where if you get a fan base that really like you, you give them your shit for free the first time, they might buy your shit and let your shit go platinum the second time. That's not the music industry I know. That's not the day and time I know. No, the time I come from is where if you had a gift and a talent, a nigga brought you to the show, he put you on stage. If he believed in you, he put you on stage, he put you out there, and the people came to the show, and if you had a talent, they don't give a fuck what gang you was in or whatever. They didn't give a fuck. They was going to give you your props and they was going to buy your shit. It was that simple. Now you got all these sharks in the game because shit happened to them. They was victimized and that's how they say, Diddy, all them niggas was victimized. They had to fight through their own people. Now when they get in the industry, they help the white man do you dirty too. Don't think that these black motherfuckers like Jay-Z and Diddy and all them niggas gonna help you, man. I'd rather go to Jimmy Iovine or one of them niggas and get a deal before I go to Jay-Z or Diddy or one of them niggas. Because another black artist signing up under one of them niggas, you might as well just forget about it. They gonna put your shit on the shelf and they gonna promote their own shit. Real talk. That's another problem in this industry. When people get victimized and they finally get in the industry, they want to victimize their own people. That's the realm of self-hatred. But back to the essence of the conversation. The solution of this problem is easy to solve. It's easy to solve. And this is why I'm making this video, to make people aware, because a lot of people are not really aware of this. You have people who really don't know. They really don't even know why hip-hop is dying. Why a talented artist can't get a chance. They really don't know. It ain't because of the record labels. Because them niggas are going to sell anything that's by popular demand. And if you supported a positive hip-hop artist, and that positive artist became by popular demand, they don't give a damn. They're going to sell that shit. They're going to put it on the radio and everything else. If that's what the people want. So that's a little food for thought for you to think about, man. Because too many times and over again am I seeing these artists out here. Too many times am I seeing too many artists get crushed. Get their dreams crushed by their own people, man. They gotta fight through this is why I give people like Diddy and Jay-Z and them niggas props. I don't know them as personally, but you have to respect the position. Because as an artist, I know what they have to go through, because they gotta fight. You gotta fight through your own people just to get to the real fight. And by the time a lot of artists fight through their own people and get to the real fight, they sign fucked up contracts out of being desperate. Real talk. This is how a lot of artists ended up with a fucked up contract. Real talk. And you say, damn, why is that shit happening? It's happening because black people are making it happen. Because when you see white artists come through rock and roll and all these other cultures, and they got gifts and talents, they put them on a pedestal, man. They make sure the world see them. Real talk. And that's what we have to start doing. I mean, we have to start propelling our people. You can't always be the leader of something, man. Sometimes you have to see another man rise so that you can rise. Sometimes you have to see somebody else open that, pave that way. That's a little food for thought, man. All you got to do is know that power is in the hands of the people, man. I emphasize this over and over because it's a shame to have to watch a lot of artists who are gifted, talented, and are geniuses at what they do. And they have to actually give their shit away for free because you letting white people and other cultures mind fuck you out of thinking that you don't know, out of thinking that they don't have the talent. Real talk. So many of them actually give up, they quit, and all that other shit. Real talk. And they just say, fuck it, man. And this is what makes the industry what it is today. A bunch of lollipop rap niggas that's wearing dresses, wearing tight pants, they ass hanging out, homosexuals, all that's all part of the gay agenda, man. But that's a whole nother video. You can see that video too when you come to my channel. But like I said, man, that's a little food for thought, man. The solution is easy. The problem is easy to solve. Think about it, man. And with that being said, you are watching The Homeless Empire, and I'm your host, the lyrical genius, Black Titanium. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. If you don't want to do that, make sure you come to my site. You can either go to www.reverbnation.com/Blizzard in the Storm or /Black Titanium 123. Or you could go to SoundCloud /Black Titanium 333. Or you can go to MySpace /Black Titanium 123. I'm all over the place. I got an internet presence beyond your wildest imagination. And I got a fan base too. So it ain't like I'm really not getting supported, but I'm saying there's not enough artists, real artists that got talent. I'm watching a lot of young brothers who want to do it positively, but they can't because the environment pressures them to write about stupid shit. You got a lot of artists in the industry that got the gift to write they could go the other way and write about some positive shit, but you know what? They won't because they know they ain't gonna make no money off of it. And that's what we have to understand too. Every dollar is not a good dollar, man. Not every dollar is a good dollar. You gotta stop being so greedy for money, man. But I know a lot of y'all don't want to hear that because they got the pressures on us, but that's a whole nother video. But like I said, the solution to the problem is easy. Support your positive artists, man. And all you artists out there that know you got gifts and talents, don't give your shit away for free, man. If the white man tell you you ain't got it and you know you got it, hold on to that dream and hold on to your money until you get cobwebs in your hand and spend that shit on the studio and lay your shit down, man. It's gonna happen. Persistence overcomes resistance. And with that being said, man, you are watching The Homeless Empire, and I am your host, the lyrical genius, Black Titanium. And until next time, I'm out.